I'm Joe LaCava, San Diego Council President Pro Tem, and I proudly represent Council District 1, where we're standing here today. I welcome Rania Ahmed, our San Diego City Engineer, our special guests, and the reason we're here, the McDaniel family, and other guests that have joined us. And I thank especially the city employees at the Transportation Department for their boots on the ground and to make today's event happen. So thank you all. So I want to welcome the McDaniel family because today we recognize the contributions of Art and Anne McDaniel, two San Diegans who have provided decades of community and public service to San Diego. Art and Anne's contributions serve all of us, even if we don't realize it. Each time we drive on the Ingraham Street bridges, the one we stand on today and the next bridge to the south, we benefit from Art's engineering and design. And when each year we recognize and support our police officers, our lifeguards, and firefighters at the Police and Emergency Services Appreciation Night, which we affectionately call Paisan, we recognize and carry on the legacy of Anne. Pacific Beach, the McDaniels' home, is forever improved because of their efforts. And yet these two bridges would not be renamed today without the efforts of their daughter, Kitty, and son, Michael. Their story, compelling, one that needed to be memorialized for their family and for the tens of thousands that pass across these two bridges every day, by car, by bike, or by foot. This is a legacy in my mind that was not just to be retained in the hearts and minds of the family and the friends and the community members who knew them, but to make actual physical presence to really memorialize that legacy. And so with their story in hand, I reached out to the Transportation Department, and you will see what that fruition has come to today. So before we do that, I want to invite Kitty to come up and say a few words. Kitty?
Thank you. I'm Kitty McDaniel, and there's a lot of people I need to thank. It all started with Kathy Jolly, who I don't think is here. She was president of the Peabody Town Council. I asked her how to start doing this, and she's the one who got the ball rolling and told me what to do. And then as I was working on it, Carl Rand, who is right there, he got email after email from me. What do I do? Where am I? What do I do next? Who do I call? He was super, super patient. And the reason this is all happening, when my dad was when he was dying, one of the honestly very last things I said to him, the last words were, "Dad, I'm going to get your bridges named after you." He wasn't speaking at that time, but the grin on his face when I said that, ear to ear, I knew I had to do it. So it took a long time. I started in 2016, and Carl Rand told me, actually, this is pretty fast for the city. So I just want to thank you all so much. My mom and dad they are so happy and so proud, and I love you all. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm Mike McDaniel, Ann and Art's son. I want to thank you all for being here from the bottom of my heart. I want to thank Mr. LaCava and his staff and his officers, and Catherine and Joaquin, thank you. And Rania, city engineer, thank you so much. I can claim no credit for this great day. It was all my sister Kitty, but she's been generous enough to include me. We grew up with this bridge. Dad made models of the pilings in the garage out of styrofoam. He showed us the designs, and I'll tell you what his whole point was. He said any engineer can build a bridge that stands up. Well, that's not, of course, true, as we know, but his did. But he said it takes somebody, you got to make a bridge beautiful. This is in Mission Bay Park. He loved San Diego. They both did. They loved Pacific Beach, and they loved Mission Bay Park, and it was his dream to build bridges that would not detract from the beauty of this beautiful park. And I think he succeeded. He invented the fluted column that is on these bridges, and that you see also on the San Diego trolley bridges, because he designed those too. It is the greatest pleasure of my life to see you all here and to thank you and to honor my mother and father who did so much. Thank you.
Well, again, thank you to Kitty for her patience and persistence, which is how we get things done, for the legacy of their parents, what they've meant to this community, to Rania, our city engineer, who actually understands what this is really all about from Art's perspective. So without further ado, let's begin the unveiling.